Alright, welcome back to Game 2 of Unfair. We are now on Part 7, which translates to the beginning of Round 6 of our two-player game. Player 2 has the starting player token. He's going to go ahead and move the marker to the event draw phase, draw the top event card. On the second event card, it goes over to player 1. Next, the starting player moves to the event city step, and we are now, of course, on the second of our red unfair city cards, spiraling costs. During the park step, the cost to build attractions and upgrades from the marketplace is doubled. So if you already have something in your hand, you're good, you just pay normally, but anything in the market's going to be twice as expensive. That's pretty painful. Alright, but we'll see how the players handle it. Next, event play. Since this player is first, he gets to decide whether to play one of his cards or use his special event action, which one he's going to do right now. I think he's probably going to go ahead and do that first. So basically, he may choose an upgrade from the marketplace and put it in his hand, and then he may build as many upgrades as he wishes to pay for immediately onto one attraction in his park. Now, of course, we're going to go back and refer to these blueprints again until we're a little bit more familiar with the blueprints. He already has a thrill ride with a guest services upgrade, and he does now have a food outlet. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get attractions that have these exact number of stars on them, and that's going to require some rearranging. Also, he has a leisure ride with 2 quality upgrades in order to match that requirement, but he doesn't have a slideshow yet. He's going to have to build a slideshow first before he can do anything else. And he's going to try to get a feature upgrade on some of his attractions, as well as getting all attractions exactly 4 icons inside. So there's going to be a lot of rearranging going on, but for the most part, he's pretty good. He doesn't need any more upgrades, except, of course, he's going to want to get 3 more icons and 3 more stars onto this food outlet. So if he's looking here, what kind of things could he put onto his food outlet? Well, he could certainly put air conditioning or a robot theme. This is his chance to put something into his hand, and if you look at his hand, he already has superior quality and the sideshow. So, if he were to do this, it would give him a star, and it would give him a icon. So he's probably going to go ahead. That is a good question. What is he going to do? He's probably going to go ahead and put that in his hand, but he's not going to purchase anything because he needs to save his money for something else that he's planning to build. So he's going to go ahead and flip that over, and basically, he just avoided having to pay double that later on in the game. Alright, now, and since it was an upgrade, now it's back to this person's turn. He can go ahead and play one of his green event cards. He needs to either close one of his opponent's attractions or gain 5 coin, or search the park discard pile for a specific card, or demolish a guest services upgrade in an opponent's park. Now remember, he now has 2 blueprints. He already has met that blueprint in its entirety, but now he needs these special type of elements. He can see that the corkscrew element he needs is right there, but none of the other elements that he needs are in the discard pile. So probably what he's going to go ahead and do is he's going to go ahead and use the bottom half, where instead of diving for the card he wants from the park discard, he's going to go ahead and demolish a guest services upgrade in his opponent's park. Now, of course, if his opponent has a blue fist, he can block it. So his opponent really quickly looks, because he obviously doesn't want to have to lose another one of his guest services upgrades again. But since he doesn't have a blue fist to block it, the guest services upgrade, the lockers and coat check, is going away again. There we go. Last time, player 1 played this exact same card and took away a set of restrooms, and now he's taken away the lockers and coat check. That is painful. But now it's back to player 2 to see what he wants to do. Since he already used up the special ability of his super attraction, he's going to go ahead and look through these here, and he has a lot of options. He could dismiss a staff member from the player 1's park. He could make all of player 1's staff members unavailable. He could go ahead and choose up to 3 upgrades in his park and move them around. He's going to want to do that in a minute. I think the first thing he's probably going to do is he's going to go ahead and choose a staff member to dismiss unless the player 1 spends 20 coins or discards a giant wad of cash. Just going to go ahead and discard that right here. And now player 1 needs to look at his card. Does he have a giant water cache? He does. He could play this to block it. Or he could just pay the 20 coin. I think he's going to go ahead and play this card, slap it down, and that, of course, means that he blocks that ability, so he's safe. Now it's his turn to go ahead and play an action card, but he doesn't have any, no event cards, so it's back to player 2. Player 2 needs to decide what to do this time around. Player 2 is probably going to go ahead and try to find what he's looking for, but first, he should probably go ahead and rearrange some upgrades. So, if you remember from his blueprints, he's going to go ahead and need to take that pirate theme off, so that way there's only 4 icons on this attraction. And now there's down to 4 attractions here, but he's going to need to take something upgrade off here as well. But he can't because those only work on thrill rides. So I think he's going to save that for later when he can actually make full use of moving all 3 of those upgrades around. For now, I believe player 2 is going to go ahead and play this one, which will make all of the competitors' staff members unavailable. Doesn't mean that they're dismissed, just means that they're unavailable. They all go on Caribbean vacation. So over here, this staff member, that staff member, and then this staff member right here are all unavailable for a while. That means that they won't be able to use special abilities this round. And it was an unblockable action. Then, this player passes, back to player 2. Player 2 already decided not to use that until a later turn, but player needs to decide what to do here. He could close a type of attraction in all parks. He only has a food outlet, a thrill ride, and a leisure ride, so he could certainly close sideshows, and I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and close sideshows, try to harm his opponent, so his opponent can't make as much money. So that turns over, and since this player doesn't have a sideshow, he's fine. And now he passes, player 2 passes, and now the starting player moves to Park Step 1. Now on Park Step 1, he's definitely going to need that sideshow to meet his blueprint. It costs 13. Thankfully, it's not on the market, or it would cost 26. It says after you build this attraction, you may immediately build an upgrade onto it from your hand for free. Of course, he's going to build this really expensive upgrade. So he's going to go ahead and spend, he just barely has enough, 13 coin to build the sideshow. Doesn't have any stars on it, but it has 2 icons. And then he's going to go ahead and build the superior quantity behind it. So just like that. And then flip it around and slide it in next to his food outlet. Now the reason why player 2 wanted to do that was because, remember this blueprint over here. He needs a sideshow with a quality upgrade for Hoist the Jolly Roger. Now he's met that requirement, and now he's on to other bigger and better things. Alright, so player 1's turn to go ahead and take an action. That's plenty of money, but he's got to figure out what he's going to do. Well, obviously he's dealing with a lot of closures. It might be a good thing to purchase this guy who can help him reopen attractions. So he's going to go ahead and spend the 4 coin. It won't do him any good right now, but it will help him if his opponent tries to close any attractions later. Spend the 4 coin. That's his action. Now back to player 2. His turning in. Once again, he's having some troubles here. He's going to need to meet exact star totals and exact icon totals for all of his attractions. And if possible, he's definitely got to get a guest services upgrade on that thrill ride. But I forgot that player 1 should have spent twice as much, 8, because everything's twice as much this round. So he actually would have sent 8, and then a new card would have filled that empty spot here. So player 2, has got to look for a guest services upgrade. He doesn't see one, unfortunately. So he's going to have to go ahead and make a tough decision here. He doesn't want to pay twice as much. So I think he's going to go ahead and take his chances with the event cards here. And remember, there's still 2 more rounds in the game. This lets him take extra actions and block bad things. This one lets him dismiss cast members again or draw blueprints. He's going to go ahead and do that again next round, he thinks. So he's going to go ahead and keep that one and discard that one. Alright, back to player 1 for his second park step, and he needs to decide whether he either should get this junior vice president, whether he should double down again on his blueprints. Remember, he's going to go ahead and need that corkscrew element. Now there it is, but it's going to cost him 12 coin. Well, why not? So he's going to go ahead and spend the 10, 11, and 12. The double price is going to cost for that corkscrew element. And now he can put that corkscrew element right on his Florida's roller coaster. There we go. Now a new card fills that missing spot on the market, and it is now Park Step 3. Now, of course, this player doesn't have enough money to do anything, and he's waiting for the right cards to show up. So he's also going to go ahead and choose another. He doesn't look like he doesn't have a choice this time because they're both exactly the same. So he'll just discard one and keep one. Back to player 1. His choices, again, are a little bit limited. He still needs to find that one missing element for his roller coaster. But let's count how many stars he has. He has available 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's not going to max out his guest capacity right now, so he could add a couple extra stars. Let's see what he has in his hand. He has a flagpole. Now, of course, we already know that the flagpole needs to go on the largest attraction, but he can't do that until he has all the elements on it. So he's got to hold off on that. So probably his best idea right now is to decide whether he should hire that staff member for 18 or whether he should just draw an event card. In this case, because everything's so expensive this round, he should probably just do the event card. Here we go. Build an upgrade for free, or choose a card from the market and put it into your hand. I think he's going to go ahead and do this one because he already has a card in his hand that he knows he wants to build. Alright, so now of course, nobody had a pinned event card for a 4th park step. It's the guest step already. It's crazy how fast this round has gone by. So, player 2 counts up his stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exactly 15 stars. That's his capacity. So, player 2 gets 15 coin. No special abilities this round regarding coin. Unfortunately, player 1 has so many cast members, staff members who are unavailable, that he's only going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coin this round, and no special abilities at all. So that kind of impacts his money-making ability quite a bit. Alright, there we go. Now, of course, it's going to be the cleanup step, and as usual, any pinned event cards need to be discarded. Then we need to go ahead and reopen any unavailable cast members or attractions. Thankfully, there were no closed attractions. Oh wait, there was. This one needs to be reopened as well. Oh boy. Player 1 really took a hit this time. And then, of course, we need to go ahead and clear and refill the market. Okay. And then next, we need to discard down to 5 cards in hand. That's not a problem for this player. He only has 2. And it's not a problem for player 2 either because he only has 4 cards in total. So we're going to not worry about that. And now the starting player marker goes to player 1. Alright, so that is the end of round 6. Round 7 will start in part 8 in our next video.